You're going to miss those hoodies when you have to go back. And when do you go back? When do you put on the suit and the leather shoes and go back?
I might never put on the suit or the leather shoes or anything. I don't know. You know, that's also something that's been liberating, Arsenio. Is like, I remember when I met a young kid, maybe he's like 12 years old, with his mom. And I think I was in Queens or somewhere, and he bumped into me in the streets, and he's like, "Hey man, are you Trevor Noah?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he recognized me even though I had my mask on. And he said, "Oh man, I'm such a big fan." His mom was like, "He loves your show," and I let him watch it even though it's late, and you know, he loves this, he loves politics, loves that, loves this. And then he said, "Man, it's so cool that like you're doing late night and you're doing the show and like you talking to Obama, and then we've all got afros, and this kid had like a little afro as well, you know?" And he was just so happy. And his mom said to me, she was like, "Yeah, man," she's like, "He was so happy when you grew your afro because he couldn't cut his hair and you couldn't cut your hair. And now here you both were in this world with afros." And I didn't realize how long it had been since I allowed myself to grow my hair out, because for so long, I had also adopted the ideas without even realizing it of what professional hair looks like. Well, I mean, that's nice, but when are you going to look respectable, Trev? When are you going to go back to business hair? I was like, well, what is business hair? What does that mean? And so I even had to question my own conditioning to understand these things, you know? Does this determine what conversation I can and cannot have with you? You know, for so many conversations in America and in many parts of the world, why a person is treated the way they are is often down to how they're dressed. Why did the cops do that to him? Well, he was wearing a hoodie. You never know with a hoodie. And it's like, so it's the hoodie? And so, I don't know, maybe there's a part of me that defiantly goes, yeah, you know what? I want to interview the President of the United States wearing a hoodie. You know? I want to talk to leaders. I want to talk to business executives. I want to talk to the most powerful people wearing a hoodie. Because a lot of people out there wear hoodies. And a lot of those people are judged because they wear hoodies. I wear hoodies. And so I go, you know what? Let the hoodie be in a space where it doesn't necessarily belong until it does. Let the hair be in a space it doesn't belong until it does. And that became something that I just started doing because I was just like, yeah, man, this is who I am. And I was like, if you don't accept me for who I am, then I don't want you to accept me. And so that's been a really liberating journey to be on as a human being. And I think the pandemic has stripped a lot of people of that pomp and ceremony. You know, we're at home in our sweats. You can't be fancy. I know how you live now. I see the trash behind you. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's a little bit of society that's been, you know, a little bit of the sheen and the varnish has been taken off. We see each other a little bit more, for better and for worse. And so for myself, I don't know that I'll ever go back to the suits and the leather shoes. And if I do, I do. And if I don't, I don't. But I will no longer think that this is something I have to do. You know, this is not a measure of my professionalism. I can do my job regardless of how you see me. I can do it. And so as for going back to the studio, I mean, you know, I have a few surprises up my sleeve as to what that'll look like. You know, I'm working on a few things with the team and we're really excited because I want it to be intentional. You know, I've always said to people, everyone goes like, when are you going back? When are you going back? When are you going back? I say, I'm never going back. I'm only moving forward.